Good day, and thank you for joining me. My name is Julie Truler, and this is my Business 3413 Organizational Communications Week 5 Assignment B Final Presentation. Can dogs really understand humans? You know, for most of us dog lovers and dog owners, we would say, yes, absolutely. But that's not really scientific now, is it? However, there is now scientific proof that dogs may very well be able to actually understand humans. In 2010, NOVA, through the public broadcasting system, presented a documentary called Dogs Decoded. It presented new scientific research on how dogs and humans relate to each other. It explored how we engage with one another, how we communicate with each other, including barking and body language, and how we interact towards one another, and the genetics and evolution of the dog. Since our question is, can dogs really understand humans? We will focus on how dogs and humans interact with each other, engage with each other, and communicate with one another. Let us begin with the left gaze bias. The left gaze bias is a natural gaze bias towards the left visual field. That is, the right side of the viewee's face is often inspected first and for longer periods. This is how people interact with one another. Professor Daniel Mills of the University of Lincoln, England, veterinary and behavioral medicine, using eye tracking technology, has discovered that dogs engage humans in the same way. This may not seem too significant, but Dr. Mills also discovered that dogs only do this with humans. They do not do it with one another or other animals or even inanimate objects. This eye movement expresses emotion, both from us towards the animal, but it is believed that dogs can actually measure the emotional response of humans, which can be a biological advantage for dogs, such as they can understand when we're angry or sad or afraid or happy. This proves that dogs do interact with us on an emotional level. But does this really answer our question, can dogs really understand humans? Dr. Adam Miklausi of the Eötvös Loránd University of Hungary is studying how dogs communicate through barking and if humans can understand what the different barks mean. This may seem like silly science, but there is great significance to this study. Wolves only bark in the wild when there is danger. They do not normally vocalize with one another in this manner. This is important because dogs and wolves are 99.8% genetically identical. Understanding what is instinctive and what was developed from domestication and communicating with man is extremely important. Dr. Miklauski's experiment began with recording dogs barking in a variety but specific stress or happy situations, such as being left alone or tied out, being playful, being excited such as worried or afraid or threatened, being excited such as happy or joyful. Next, he had several different dog owners listen to the recorded barks. Most of the owners could nearly 100% of the time identify what barks were related to what emotional situation. This research may beg to ask the question, did dog evolve into using the bark to communicate with man? Perhaps, but then can dog really understand humans? I'm uncertain if this research proves that or not. We can most assuredly, though, say that dogs have developed barking as a way to communicate their emotional and physical needs. Perhaps the research conducted by Juliane Kaminski of the Max Planck Institute in Germany might tell us if dogs can really understand humans. She has discovered a feat that dogs can constantly achieve that not even the ape can comprehend. Dogs can follow hand gestures. Even more extraordinary, Dr. Kaminski discovered that dogs can follow the human gaze as well. So not only can they follow the pointing, they can follow our eye movement or our facial expressions. This is due to the expressiveness of the human face. So Dr. Kamansky's work concurs with Dr. Mill's study in that dogs can read and respond to human expressions. And also, like Dr. Mill's discovery, dogs only use these skills with humans. They do not react to other animals or other dogs in this way. Dr. Kaminsky's likened it to learning another language. She then took her study a step further and ventured to determine how much dogs could verbally comprehend. Dr. Kaminsky discovered a border collie named Betsy who lives in Austria. Betsy has a proven vocabulary understanding of 340 words. Through cognizant exercises, she discovered that Betsy also has the intellectual development understanding of a 3-year-old. The doctor admits that not all dogs are this intelligent, but that maybe we are underestimating the true intelligence of most dogs. Does this evidence provide enough proof that dogs really understand humans? Well, I believe it does. For instance, I have a 5-year-old pug mix named Sugar. And, well, I have to spell W-A-L-K unless I intend on taking her for one. And my worry is that one day she's going to figure out what W-A-L-K means. But she also understands many other words. And even more than understanding what we are communicating, it is obvious that this research shows that our 4-legged furry friends are also capable of knowing how we feel. Domestication changed the dog from the wolf to an amazing, loving creature that we are just discovering has changed its very nature to adopt to being with us. So, if you are ever asked, can dogs understand humans? You can answer with assurance, yes, they most certainly do. Let me leave you with this little final morsel. This is an Ojibwa Native American folk tale. Legend has it that soon after creation, the earth was torn in two. The earth trembled, and a great rift appeared, separating the first man and woman from the rest of the animal kingdom. As the chasm grew deeper and wider, all the other creatures, afraid for their lives, returned to the forest, except for the dog, who after much consideration leapt the perilous rift to stay with the humans on the other side. His love for humanity was greater than his bond to other creatures, and he willingly forfeited his place in paradise to prove it. Thus dog came to be man's best friend. If nothing else that I have shared with you today convinces you that dogs understand us, then this legend should. Dog took a great leap of faith to stand next to us, because in reality, he always understood us. Thank you for joining me today.